you need a device to amplify your sound. So you have a device that hooks up to speakers and also hooks up to microphones and guitars or drums or any kind of thing you want. So I only had 4 channels to work with. So that means I can only work with one microphone, one guitar. So I was very limited. Now I'm on a 16 channel PA. So I have more to work with, more. So I could work with more bands instead of acoustic or rappers only. So it's more opportunity.
Sweet. Okay, so yeah, so tech, I gotta say, I gotta give it to Kevin. He everything he just said is just kind of like woo, flew over my mind. But Carlos is just as tech savvy, and so yes, thank you. We need that kind of technicalities to make things happen, especially musical spaces. So that's pretty dope. What made you come up with your name, the Backyard?
So we were at the tail end of COVID in 2021. It wasn't just ended yet. 2022, I've noticed it was more like everyone was having masks. So at first we were kind of hiding out. It was private events, so you can only come if you're invited. We saw vaccination notices. So when people came, make sure everybody was vaccinated at the time because it was, during that time it was very important. And so we were kind of more of a hideout at that time. Now we're always kind of kidding that we should be a hangout, but we already kind of submitted our name with the LLC or the nonprofit, so with state filing and all that. So
I could see
hideout
that
stays.
hideout to hang out. It makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay. And then you kind of touched a little bit about your kids being autistic, and so I'm
Yeah.
guessing that's what made you want to create this space.
So at first, it wasn't on my mind to be more inclusive like that, and then my daughter was born, and we started going to like some Facebook support groups called like We Get It Foundation or Be Exceptional, and there are other nonprofits that are located in Antioch and the Brentwood area, and actually I'm a board member of We Get It now, but they just did like a lot of like hangouts for kids with autism, and I noticed that they didn't have a music program. So I was like, well, why don't I just branch out, because I'm already doing the music thing at my house. Why don't I be more inclusive and teach kids that are neurodivergent, not just like all ability, like, typical minded, or however you would say that.
Okay. So then what is this backyard hideout do? Like what kind of space do you create?
So we host monthly concerts. Not only do we host monthly concerts, we showcase singer songwriter nights. So sometimes we would have like 4 bands at our monthly concert, or a singer songwriter would be an upcoming singer songwriter from the area, and we would give them like a full hour to perform instead of 15 minutes, or like our monthly shows. And we also do open mics where anybody of any ability, doesn't matter how good you are, doesn't matter how new you are to music, you could come out to our open mics and showcase what you got, and connect with other musicians, and get better from
I
there.
can't sing for shit, and I have a fear for karaoke. So
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
that could be a space for me to
We
just
do, yeah, we do have other people that come with their flash drives, because I just plug into your flash drive and you can hear your background music or whatever, and you can do some karaoke on our open mics.
I love it. And so now we have Miss Leslie May that works with all like arenas of children with mental health, adults. Miss Leslie, what can you tell us on your what's your view and what your experience in working with autistic children?
Well, I want to tell Kevin it was interesting. He gave a shout out to We Got It. Elizabeth Lavas is a major part of it.
Yeah, she's the
Yeah.
CEO. She's my
Yes,
boss.
indeed. That's my friend. That's my friend. So I have 2 grandsons, both autistic. Um, one is a little bit further on the spectrum. The other one, I really don't know because I had to tell my son this past weekend. He'll be, let's see, my grandson will be, he's 18 months old. He'll be 2 soon. But I had to finally tell him over the phone he was like, Mom, so and so and so and so. He's been telling me little things. So I just said, you know what, son? I said, what you described it to me, he's autistic. And I just pulled over and parked by the water here in Antioch and talked to him. Sorry about the background noise. My daughter's watching the program. If
No.
it's back and move, if it's crowding it up. But and I explained to him and I said, oh my gosh, he's autistic. And I think he thought, oh, she's gonna be like, oh my God. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I said, okay, so let me tell you about autism. So I started explaining to him about characteristics of historical, telling him people that going all the way back as far as I can remember, because I don't have that photographic memory like I used to have, of famous people who have autism. And he's like, what? I said, yes, you never know it. I said, people all over, actors, these people.
Yeah,
And
people.
so
Some
I
people are
told
very good
him,
at masking it than others too. So.
yeah, because we've got these stigmas attached to it.
Mhm.
So, and I have several clients that I diagnosed once they started coming to see me, and I sent them to be assessed, and lo and behold, yes, they are. So, one thing I do know is this is one of the most misunderstood diagnoses. It's stigmatized. It evokes fear in people, and I'm like, what is going on? But really, you just have to know what it is. You have to listen to the person when they're talking. Even a child, you have to understand that he's not talking yet. He makes noises and he'll make something like sound. He's like, well, why isn't he talking? I said, because he's not stimulated enough. You guys are giving him toys, you're giving him a lot of things.
Mhm.
So he said he can't stand loud noises. I said, that's typical. I said, but that can go away too. Um, they are they have the most analytical minds you can think of. Okay. There's people on Mensa that have autism. So just imagine a world, if you close your eyes, imagine a world where everything is solved through puzzles, big puzzles.
Yep.
Just imagine that. And there's beauty, there's sounds, the sounds are soft, beautiful sounds, birds, animals, just everything. And that a person is perfectly content in that. So, ones who are not talking, you have to find what part of the brain you can stimulate to make them talk. I just was telling my daughter, the best thing you do is buy foreign language tapes or put them into a school where they are teaching them different languages. Funny thing is, they can learn how to speak Ming. What else is it? It's different, more like the Asian cultures. They have so many different languages within their culture.
Oh,
They can learn
Mandarin. Yeah.
Mandarin, yes. And
Cantonese.
so, yes. So even while you're speaking English, they understand your English words they hear. But something about a foreign language and learning the sounds and putting that on the TV instead of the typical, I can't remember the name of the show they have been watching that he likes a lot. But you have to stimulate their minds or they just look at you like, oh, well. You also have to, and he's like, certain things, like he said, that explains why his mother, he doesn't want us to give him kisses and affection. Yeah. They have to learn to accept affection. There's different ways that you can get them used to being touched. And then there's a lot of people, oh, their appetite, they won't eat right, they won't do this. Well, guess what? It's the taste, the feel of the food on their tongue, in their mouth. Some of them can't stand the textures, certain textures,
That's a lot with
even
my
brushing
daughter
their
as
teeth.
well.
And he asked me about that. So I said, try this. Take some cheesecloth, wrap the bristles of his toothbrush in that, and then try doing baking soda or try doing vanilla cream. You know how you go to the store, they have these different vanilla, different flavorings for different stuff, cake mixes and stuff. You know, these bakers use it. Go find some vanilla paste, different
Mhm.
things where it's like, whoa, and use that because it's still cleaning their teeth. The whole thing is you want to make sure that they rinse their mouth well. As they get older, you don't floss and you help them floss. Show them how to floss. Let them see you floss. So it's just an amazing world of people. But you know what? If we could go into the world, we'd be like, okay, that they're mostly calm. If you see them, they're really calm. When you see any person that is really just can't stand sound, can't stand, it's because it's been overstimulated. I don't want to talk too much, but I did see a film, something on what was the name of that? Instagram today, of a birth of a child and how the delivery at this one hospital is soundless. They're not doing all the beep beep. They turn the machines down. They're monitoring, but the sound. They said they want to bring a child in the world to quietness, gentleness, and how when the baby, instead of them patting the butt, how the doctor showed how she took the baby out and put it on its mom's stomach, and she just gently rubbed the baby's cheeks and did different things to stimulate the baby. And finally, the baby cried out to get the air in the lungs. But it's just, it was so rigid and stuck in things. And I think a lot of that has to do with what the mother hears in her pregnancy, what she goes through with, if she's stressed, if she's just an emotional wreck. I just think there's so many things attributed to children with who are born with autism. It's just amazing, but it should be a lot of research done on it. And although I treat everyone, my specialty is sex assault and sex trafficking victims. You'd be amazed how many of these victims have they are autistic or they may have had both bipolar. There's all kind of different things that they had prior to the assault, which made them victims. Easy pickings for victimization. So I guess that's about all. I could talk forever about this subject, but that's that's good.
You gave us
Interesting.
recommendations. You gave us some background, the variations. Yes, this is why Miss Leslie is our expert.
Yeah,
On that.
sensory too. That's important. They've got the sensory sands. Kevin, I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yeah, Big
That is
Exceptional actually has a whole sensory room that has it fits all different kinds of sensory needs. So we have lights and plastic ball pits and sands, and it's a nice
uh-huh.
location. So it's a whole sensory room. But
And
yeah,
another
it's
thing
a
they
huge
like is those climb wall things.
yeah.
You know those. They can do everything other kids do, but they don't like a bunch of crowds. And hell,
No,
I don't like a bunch of crowds.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
They say my brother. So I have a brother. I say I think he's autistic, and I told him that.
I
Like,
think one of my brothers is undiagnosed autistic too. Now that I see my daughter and how she acts, and then look back into my brother's life, I'm like, he for sure was autistic, and we didn't he was always treated differently, and it always sucked for him. But
mhm. And my what Miss Leslie said about stress, I know during my mom's pregnancy, she was stressed out in the living environment in a small moment during her pregnancy. So that could have been. And then he's really smart. He went to UC Berkeley, but he's super antisocial. We're like
yeah,
opposites. Um, but he's smart. Like he's an engineer. He's a civil engineer and does like AutoCAD and did projects for the Google building, and now he's in Texas doing projects over there. And so yeah, like autistic people are very talented and very intelligent. I've seen historically so many different sculptures and complex drawings and um but autism, it's kind of is it kind of a new thing? I feel like in the past 10 years.
no, I don't think it's a new thing. I just think
Been
like
around.
it's more diagnosis that's out there, and people are doing more awareness with it, and I think it's just more seen now because it like in my family, I have a typical minded child, and I have an autistic child, and then on my wife's brother's family, they have 2 children and they're both autistic. And I was like, how common is it nowadays? Like, is it just because, like, your question too, is it more diagnosis? But I think that's what I think it is. It's just more awareness. People know what to look for. Yeah.
Mhm. Our co-host Mary, she worked at a nonprofit foundation for autism in the 90s. So so that means, so we're what, 2020, so it's been around then diagnosis, but maybe it's been kind of exclusive too, like maybe in the medical field, and now it's being more, I think awareness is important because it'll prevent bullying. My brother was bullied.
Yeah. It's like ADHD was in the 90s. It's just booming right now because of more diagnosis and more awareness. And that's all I could attribute it to, I would say.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to claim it's the metals that you guys are eating in the food. It's like, no, it's genetic. You can't just get autism from eating metals. It's a genetic disorder. Like, I've talked to many doctors because my daughter also has a rare blood disease called CDA1. And so we had to do a lot of genetic testing, which is why we found out that she was autistic at one point. So.
Okay. Well, yeah, lots of knowledge to drop, and awareness is important because, like, say folks don't know, it's okay to be different.
Yeah.
It's okay. ¿Qué más? Okay, question. When you do these backyard hangout events, who are you aiming to help?
Mainly the teenagers, even neurodivergent children have been helping, but even adults. Like, it's for everybody, honestly. Anybody that's in the music industry. I always say, if you don't have an all-aged venue, then the music's gonna die with the older generation. If the younger kids don't have a place to showcase their music, why would they make music? Like, it's just you build it, they come kind of type of thing.
And music and art, like, is legit a form of therapy.
Yeah, a lot when we do our outside shows, and we're kind of limited inside the studio. But so in this winter months, we were inside the studio. But in the summer months, we're out in the backyard. I bring all the sound equipment out there. But we have artists that do live art when we play music. So it's
how dope. That's so exciting. Okay, cool. Well, cue the first video.
Yeah.
Oh man, wait, hold on. Is that Janet?
No, let's do the promo one. It's going to be a mid-course correction. Is going to be playing a song called Slow Recovery, and it's going to just showcase a bunch of things that we do within that video. I showed everything within that video. So,
all right, here we go.
I think this is the end. Yeah, this is the end. Restart it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
My bad.
It's okay. There we go.
I love it.
Sorry. They was jamming this. Nice.
Everybody's name is everybody that's played.
Who's the actress in your absence? So should I call it an offense or just a selfish expectation? Do you lack the motivation? I make a slow recovery, but that didn't make it easy. I could've used some company, cause I talk in circles when I speak. I let the waves crash over me, now I don't feel so empty. When cold, I'll make a slow recovery. You lost the glow to your halo. Well, you were choking on butane and smoke. It's the strife you condone. I guess I'll say goodbye against the window. Yeah, I'll leave you alone. I'll make a slow recovery. That didn't make it easy. I could've used some company. I talk in circles when I speak. I let the waves crash over me. No, I don't feel so empty. We're cold. I'll make a slow recovery. Slow recovery. I'll make a slow recovery. I'll make a slow recovery. I'll make a slow recovery. Make a slow recovery. Make a slow recovery.
Yeah,
That
so
was
that's a little
dope.
video that I threw together. I recorded that like a couple months ago in this very studio, and
Nice.
yeah,
That was a whole vibe.
yeah,
Yeah,
try
it
to showcase
was.
all the chalkboards my wife makes every month for every show that we do, and make sure everyone feels special when they come here.
I was
Uh,
gonna ask
and
who's
then
best
we just
artwork.
showcase the work we do with children, and I'd showcase the team, and the other videos at the end.
Beautiful.
I
Yeah,
like
it
this
looks
one.
like so for each one of those chalkboards was a different
A
event.
different show. So that's not even all the chalkboards. I literally have chalkboards all over this room. Like it's crazy. We've been did 3 years of
Oh,
shows. So
you keep it like as a momentum, and you
yeah,
just
yeah. Yeah, we keep them all. But now that the place that we get the chalkboards no longer sells them, I'm gonna have to find another supply.
oh, that's pretty sick. I love it. Okay, so your wife is obviously talented, and I love her typography and drawing skills. That's awesome. Okay, and then so when you have how many would you say that you have of those? Like,
Oh, so we do one per month, and I've done it for 3 years.
30,
So 12 times 3.
36. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I also have chalkboards for like our music circles that we do in the park and our music classes. So it's not just the shows; we have them for like different events too. And I think we're gonna make one for our open mic coming up. So we just have a standard open mic sign.
Sweet. I think the Delta Veterans Group might need you in
That'd be awesome. I would
speakers.
love to work with them.
Yes,
I
because
also there's a bunch of teens gonna start a poetry open mic, and they're talking about it in the library. It's like, if you guys need a sound system, let me know. I have a traveling sound system.
oh, yes, because poetry, music,
It goes together, art and yeah.
absolutely.
I wish I knew their name to shout them out, and I know they're just a new thing that's growing, but
Jose, it's Jose Cordon.
yeah, okay. You were aware then. There we go.
Yes, grassroots poetry. we interviewed them, or Carlos and Mary interviewed him a few, like last month, was it, Carlos? Last month. Sometime last month.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of projects and connecting needing to happen, and this is one of those things. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? Okay, so obviously music and art has played a huge role into the organization and the
Oh
community.
yeah.
So what style is that? Is that, because that reminds me of like Radiohead. I'm a big
That
fan
was,
of
I would
Radiohead.
call it like a pop punkish. It's more like a Blink 182 or some 41 vibe, or like a Green Day mid course would be. That's how I would view them as their music.
Would
It's a
you be open to classical, like maybe students that play instruments and do like violins or
You probably will hear some of that later tonight. I do have a modern style finger player named Jeanette Nagarera. She plays the guitar differently. She goes like this when she plays guitar. She doesn't go like this. Like, I can't even explain it. She's so amazing. She's also probably the most famous Backyard Hideout person that's ever stepped foot in our studio. She plays tours all over the world. She sells her compositions to Broadways and like plays, and she's just all amazing. She has an album out. If you go to JeanetteNagara.com, you could buy it. Called Migrant Birds. It's an amazing album. She's an amazing performer.
did we get that so we could share
Yeah,
that?
she will be the next person that we'll probably be looking at eventually tonight. But she's awesome. And then I think the second probably is the artist that you saw, Jocelyn Bennett, within that promo. She actually does makeup work for music videos that are pretty famous, and she does a lot of work with Lady Gaga. Like, that's pretty crazy. And
That's
she's
really
young. She's young. She's like newly 19, 20 years old right now.
talented.
Yeah.
I love it.
Nice.
So the poetry thing, like if you ever want to connect, I know it's the last Friday of every month.
Okay,
Mhm.
where do they have it at? It's a
The Lynn
The
House.
Lynn House. Yeah.
okay, the Land House. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'll check them out, and then I'll make the connection and see what we could do together.
Yes, and we're doing they're doing poetry walks. I did one walk with them,
Mhm.
and we reflected on like what are our 3 rules to live by. It was pretty cool. Like we walked a good distance too. It was good. And I think they're gonna start doing like a small meal or brunch either before the walk or after the walk, and those poetry nights. So yes.
That's cool.
I will keep you updated.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make sure to get you guys connected. So look, Kevin, rewind 2020. You were like, when we met, I remember you were making cool shirts. You were out there. We were protesting. You created a Facebook page. You were on Facebook. We were sharing info. We were all connecting. How did you like transit? Like, and then it kind of like died out, and then you transitioned into
Yeah, to what I'm doing now. So, okay, so I saw that in Antioch there was a dire need of change. In 2016, we all saw what happened to George Floyd, and that really inspired me to actually go out and take action instead of sit on my couch and complain and not do anything and not see any change. So I went out and did some protests. I met yourself. I met um, Miss Lacey Brown. I met Shagufa. I met Lamar, and all those people. And we're doing some good work out there, and we're all sharing. I guess my claim to fame would be sharing the police, the Antioch Police Union guy or whatever. I forget his name, but he just shared something that he was going to smack protesters, and that caught news.
Oh,
Pretty,
that's
pretty
right. I forgot
crazy.
about that dude. Aiello.
Yeah,
Aiello. He approved of an open hand slap to any.
protesters that flipped him off or something like that. Yeah,
See.
I got interviewed for that. But anyway, I made the make a stand for your community because I
That's
wanted
what
to
it
make
was.
I wanted everybody to connect and share info and not share fake news and
You
all
sure
that.
did. That was dope. Like that was a big part of our systemic change in Antioch, Kevin got us freaking connected on a page, and I think I helped you create a logo.
Yeah, you did. My first like cover banner or something.
Yeah, your banner.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then that was going well for a while, and then I started noticing that people that were trying to, like, it was a me versus you type thing, and I felt like, I don't know, like, things are changing without me now too, so that's awesome. It doesn't take just us out there. But then I was like, I had to find my place after all that. Like, I felt after, I hate to say it, but I was getting death threats all the time because of that page.
Dang.
No. Like, what do you mean deaf? Because
what I was posting, what I was saying on that page, everybody wasn't agreeing with. Like, if you're back to blue, and then you have that. Like, I was showing videos of Aaron Rodgers, was it Aaron Rodgers?
The truth? You were showing the truth?
Yeah, like it's showing what these officers were doing, and people weren't liking it, and I know that I felt unsafe for my family, so I stopped doing all that.
Yeah, we were all in jeopardy, legit, and I'm sorry that you got death threats.
Dude, when you see people like these leaders lie about things that didn't happen, like when you were watching, like some of these, oh, you hit me. Nobody hit nobody. Like, what are you guys saying? Like,
they did that to me. They said I cursed out a kid somewhere, and then they lie, and then they put it on their blog, and then, but whatever. Like, the truth comes to light, and I'm sorry that you're big. The worst that happened to me was that I got the call that Nicole was going to stomp my brains on my sidewalk, and then she stated my address. So yeah, these people are still in the community, and they're still crazy. How many death threats did you get, would you say?
At least 5 or 6 of them, enough for me to stop the page. It wasn't like for me to take them seriously. Like, it wasn't like, it was like random shit, like don't let me see you driving an Antioch, I might shoot you, or like, some of these people say, like, they say off the wall stuff. I know they're trying to scare me and stuff like that, but it worked, I guess.
But you know what? But we're still here, and we're still
I'm doing something different, like something, music. I feel like nobody could get mad at.
Right.
Music, huh? Music safe.
Yeah. And trying to fill the need of all age venues. There's, like I said, there's no all age venues out here. It's all restaurants and bars,
and we have a whole beautiful Delta. Imagine a backyard hideout on the Delta.
That's what we're trying to do. So first we were doing underground shows, and now we're a nonprofit. We're starting to get permits and stuff like that, insurances, and there's a bunch of like red tape that we need to get. But my goal is to get a show at the skate park. Do a punk show at the skate park. I think that would be perfect.
Yeah, I love it. Well, we look forward to it. ¿Qué más? Okay, we talked about how often your events occur. They're picking up and they're consistent, obviously.
Yep.
My favorite art piece was the one with the sunflowers around.
Oh yeah, my wife is in love with sunflowers, so she had to like incorporate it somehow. And it was a fall show, so she was like, "That's perfect."
Sweet. Okay, how would you compare from your very first production to the most recent?
Night and day, honestly. So like I was saying, when we first started out, a 4-channel PA, so I only had 4 channels to work with, which means I was only doing acoustic shows at that point. So I was only doing a microphone and a guitar plugged in, and then we had a camera phone, and we weren't doing all the crazy angles that we do, close-ups that we do now. It was just a camera on a tripod like this, but imagine the tripod being like 50 feet away for no reason, because we didn't know nothing about production. So especially streaming production, and like now it's like, look at it, I'm in a studio now. It's it's crazy. Like,
it's awesome.
It's night and day. We're at 16-channel PA. I have 2 monitors, two loud. No, actually, I have 4 monitors, 2 loudspeakers. I have a DI boxes, like everything. I'm probably going over Patty's head right now, but
no, it's cool. I get it.
I have a drum mics now. I have like up to like 5 different SM58s, like, so basically we're growing, is what I guess I would say. It's just a slow grow.
Yeah, I love it. You're building a momentum. slowly, like with my graphic design stuff too, like I finally have a little office. I have like 3 printers, they're coming together. So we're just gonna keep growing and sharing awareness and making our community better however we can. Carlos over here, tech support, made this platform happen.
Hell yeah.
Because we need to stay connected. We don't talk every day. We don't see each other every day, but we can update each other and just share what's going on and what we're doing. Um, hey, back in the day, for some reason, I thought that your house got raided during the.
No.
That
That was
What?
scary, but yeah, I've never been raided.
okay.
Dang.
My bad. For some reason, I thought that.
Is that
And
No,
why
I
it's a,
think
is that why it's a
only person
hideout?
that was raided or like had like a police confrontation like that would be Frank Sterling.
I could
I,
see
I, I don't want to tell his story. He could tell his own story, but yeah, that's the only person I could think of that was in our circle that.
yeah. Good people, he was attacked recently again. It's kind of scary though. It's like, damn, when are they gonna come? Like, what's their next a step like of trying to bring us down? No, we're gonna keep connecting. We're gonna keep doing beautiful things for our beautiful community. So it's all good. ¿Qué más? So what is your favorite out of all of your events? What is your like favorite memorable Backyard Hideout event or moment that you're like, damn, like a feel good?
So the biggest one for us is that we're an inclusive nonprofit. So we do annual shows called Ladies Night. A lot of venues don't do Ladies Night. So what we do is every performer that plays on that night has to be female. So we do all female bands, all female hosts, all like anything that you see on camera is gonna be a female based on that. So this last the first year we had Jenna Nagarara and we had Timo, we had Gigantus, just a bunch of different like pop punk bands. We had a classical modern fingerstyle player. We've had a few punk girl bands that played. So that's typically my favorite annual show of the year that we do is another favorite of mine. I hate to like pick 2 ones, but I do have 2 favorite ones. Is that we also do pre-recorded shows once a year during Christmas time. So I like to do a Christmas time special. So people can bring in the family and watch and it's a good time. But instead of coming to our studio, people could send us clips or music videos that they worked with on this year, and I'll showcase them within that stream. So like instead of just being in the Bay Area, say that you live in Michigan, you can't come out here and you still want to submit something. We've had people from Canada, New York. We've had people from the UK submit stuff.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's something about the Bay Area.
Yep. Magic happens here.
Yeah.
Especially music.
Yeah. I could see that
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. Ay, okay. ¿Qué más? So how can our community in Antioch help you get involved, or what pages can we follow? I follow your Instagram, your Facebook. Or is that our place? Is that how we follow you on the?
Yeah, so our main platform is Facebook. So it's to be facebook.com/the Backyard Hideout. You can also follow us, or my other main platform would be Instagram, instagram.com/the Backyard Hideout. And then we do some behind the scene type stuffs on TikTok, which we also the Backyard Hideout. That'd be the main place to find us. The best way you could help us is just giving us a like, a share, let us know what you think about the performers, the production quality, anything like that really helps us because we could change anything like that and make it better for the next time.
Donations?
Donations, yeah. We're actually fundraising at the next show because
Nice.
we ran into a weird problem. So we're a non-profit, and so when I did the filing with my lawyer, they were saying you're a nonprofit, and so I assumed it came with a tax exempt status. No, that's another additional $700 that for another filed thing that they have to like submit, or a lot of red tape I don't understand. But my lawyer said that he needs money to accomplish it, so we're raising $700 to accomplish that, and you could do it at Venmo at the Backyard Hideout. That'd be the best way without any kind of fees, like GoFundMe would have.
Okay, Venmo, y'all. Sweet. Yeah, it's weird navigating through like all these little red tapes, but I'm glad
Yeah, I
you're
know.
tackling it. I like formalizing my business. I would not have been able to do it without Monument Impact. That's another local nonprofit.
Yeah, we donated to them in the past. That's one of our first shows that we have raised money for. In our first year, we actually
Nice.
raised money for nonprofits within our Bay Area community. There was one time when we reached out because we did a Halloween show. We wanted to have a Halloween-based charity, and it was called Green Dream. But they also serviced the Tenderloin area in San Francisco. So it was like, okay, they at least do something in the Bay Area. But yeah, we raised money for facing homeless in Antioch, Shepherd's Gate, Monument Crisis Center, Rainbow Community Center. There's so many I'm probably forgetting at the minute. But as soon as we became a nonprofit ourselves, that's when we started realizing the need for us to have funding and trying to accomplish our mission, which would be, opening for all aged and also teaching neurodivergent or any age or any all ability kids the art of production, or if they need a music lesson.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Have you heard of the Drama Factory at LMC?
Yeah, we've worked for them in the past, and there's also they've to my right, you can't see it right now, but they've donated a lot of stuff to us in the past, and the Drama Factory is awesome. We actually donated to them like a while ago too, like within our first year.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. I designed one of their posters.
Yeah. Funny story about that is that when I was talking about that Teenage Grand venue, the people that run the Drama Factory are in a local band called Stigma 13. And they're like legends in this in this area for punk rock. Lee and her husband John and her son Max, awesome people. I love the Drama Factory.
Okay, sweet. Hey, that event that you're telling us, you didn't give us a date. When is this?
So the next show is on April 6th. We're gonna be showing Tell Me, Tell Me. I know the flyer said Cherry Stone, but the drummer just got injured, so we replaced him with Tell Me, Tell Me. We'll have Cherry Stone come back eventually. We'll also have No Wonder playing that show, Pan Foolish, and Youngest of Elders. So within that show, it's gonna be a mix of genres. So Tell Me, Tell Me is like a dance grunge band, I would say. It's a two-piece, a drummer and an acoustic guitar player. But if you listen to it, you would not know it's an acoustic guitar. It's so amazing. Youngest of Elders is like an emo style band. I guess you would. It would be like if you guys ever heard of Front Bottoms or Thursday, that kind of music. And No Wonder is a wild card. One of the other board members booked them, so I have no idea. And when I don't know a band, I make it a thing to not listen to them until they play for me live. I want to have a first impression when I first hear them live. So
that's right.
I'm like that about movies. I don't like watching trailers. I
understand that.
And then Pound Foolish is an up and coming acoustic guitar player, songwriter. So it's all types of genres within our monthly shows.
Sweet. So what instruments do you play, Kevin?
What instruments don't I play? Would be so I wouldn't say I'm amazing at what I play.
Okay.
I know basic knowledge and basic music theory and everything, but my instrument of choice would be guitar, ukulele most likely. But I could play drums, piano. I said ukulele. I got a washboard over here. I got a banjo, bass. Yep. Well, there's a folk punk band that my best friends are part of, and they have like mandolins and banjo players and Cajun drummers. Which, if you guys don't know, it's the handheld drums that people sit on, and they
Oh, cajon.
No, cajon. That's what it's called. I always call it a Cajun. Everyone laughs at me.
The Cajun.
It's like drawer.
Hey, tomato, bro. It's all good.
Yep. I got the white person pronunciation.
No comment.
Love it. Cajon.
That's why I also would teach music at Be Exceptional program. So we do 6 weeks programs within that organization. I do 2 classes for them every Wednesday. So the first class is a toddler-based class. I would call it a music exploration, ages 4 to 8, I believe that we do. I think we do a little bit younger sometimes too. So in that, I will teach the first day. I'll teach you how to work the mixing board and the microphone and make sure everything doesn't feedback and what levels to set everything.
How
And then the
much
next
this program? Because my son is so musical and he's got so much rhythm and he's such a dancer, and I've been wanting to get him into.
I definitely have to give you the information. You can find it all at beexceptional.com as well. The next weeks I'll show them the ukulele. The next week I'll show them a guitar. The next week will be a drum set. The next week will be a piano. And then our teenage-based class, I forget the ages of the teenage class. I think it's 11 to 18 or something like that. And in that class, it's I'll teach you drums for 6 weeks. And we'll go at first I'll show you how to do timing on a a hand drum, and then we'll incorporate sticks. I teach everybody of all abilities. Some kids are neurodivergent, so sometimes it takes a little bit of time to teach, and then we'll work our way up to an actual drum set, and then I'll teach them just the snare, just the kick, and then I'll show them how to do it both at the same time. So it's just different classes. The basic younger classes would be like a music exploration, where the teenage classes are more in depth, more music theory, more we'll play Seven Nation Army as a class, and we'll all learn the timing of that. And eventually, what I want to do with that teenage class is to make it like a School of Rock type thing, where each kid will have their own instrument and we'll play a different song. That's the idea. But I think with that, it'll be like a School Rock class, and then I'll have to do like private lessons on top of with that organization on top of that. So like kids will have their one-on-one time, and then we could have a group session.
And so do students have to bring their own equipment, or
no? I actually provide everything, and that's why that we're asking for funding as well. Other than the legal stuff that we have to do, is that we actually need more instruments for all the kids. So right now I have 2 guitars for a class of like 6, and we all have to pass around and have our time with that. I have 1 drum set for like a class of 6, and that's why we do a lot of handheld stuff. And then I'll have individual everybody have their time, so everybody gets like 15 minutes or so, and then we'll trade off. But that's a big thing that we need for funding is more instruments. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you can make instruments.
That's what we did. We made rain sticks. We've made like shakers. We've we've been using our imagination. I actually use plastic flour buckets for drums. So
nice.
you gotta make stuff work when you don't have it.
Definitely. Dang, well, that was a lot of knowledge dropped on us, and so much you've accomplished since I met you in 2020. Look at us 4 years later, and your amazing nonprofit and everything that you're doing for the kids. Because all those kids that are getting those courses, for one, they're gonna always remember that.
Oh yeah, that's at first I was like, okay, I'm selfishly doing it because I want the next generation to like play more music, but I'm also noticing the impact I'm having on these kids. Like this one student that I have, is very, very, very good at music. He could just listen to it and know the beat just by listening without me showing him or anything. He's just so intelligent. He's autistic too. So just because you're autistic doesn't mean you can't do music, and you should pursue it no matter if you're autistic or not, or any kind of if you're other types of neurodivergent.
Absolutely. Cue the next video.
Yeah, let's do the Janet one actually, since we've been talking about her.
Cool.
This is our longest video, but she's so amazing. This is called Amateur Spirit.
For the ladies' night.
Yeah, she played during ladies' night. The first one.
Okay. Cool.
All right, I'm gonna start it, but like I was watching these videos, so like that first one, I was like, dang, I saw most of it. So if I have to start it over, my bad, everybody. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh yeah, see, look.
Yeah. Sorry. Yep.
All
there
right,
we go.
There you go. Hey, we caught it this time. Cool. And that's just a regular guitar, huh?
Yep, just electric with a little bit of reverb on it. Yeah.
was
So
dope.
amazing, man.
I loved her pants.
Oh, she's awesome.
Tie dye.
I'll never be able to book her again. She's out in Italy now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's so awesome though. I love her style and what she brings to the table. Yeah, I wanted to show that clip because it shows like the most technical skill that we've ever seen at the Hideout. To like the first band was just like a garage punk band. So we do showcase all types of genres, not just what a lot of venues would be like. Oh, this is only a rap only. This is a punk only. This is a metal only. No, we want to showcase everything.
No, most definitely. I'm gonna take the link of beexceptionalprograms.com because there's people asking in the chat where to enroll their kids. So if you look up Be Exceptional Brentwood, it'll be the first one that pops up.
Yeah, they just got their own building, and they're the great thing about that is that we're operating from my house right now. And the studio's at the house, the backyard's at the house, but we're going to build an outdoor stage at their location, and we're actually going to be having our monthly shows there once it's all built and nice. So that'd be teamed with Be Exceptional.
All right. Well, do we have any more videos?
We have one more by Vince Lay. This
Okay.
will show you the others. Style. We do have another acoustic type guy. He wanted to make a Weezer song, so he tried to write his own Weezer song.
Okay.
It's called In High School.
Cool.
All right, hold on. All right, wait. I kind of like watch this one too. So hold on.
No worries.
Huge.
Okay, wait. Okay, hey, I have to go back that part.
Dreams came true in high school. Then things wouldn't be like this. Everything would be different. Everything wouldn't be as good as it is. I'd probably still be married, sadly to someone else. If all my dreams came true in high school, I would have never become myself. Everybody called me names, saying things that just weren't true. Nobody knew how alone I felt. Nobody had a clue. If all my dreams came true in high school, I would have traveled a much different path. I would have seen some things that I'll never see, but I'm okay with that. Maybe I wouldn't be so sensitive. Maybe I would be even more. If all my dreams came true in high school, I'd probably still be as sad as before. But I had the friends I had. If I didn't, I think I would have died. Everyone else really put me through hell. So much better than a suicide. If all my dreams came true in high school, I'm sure it wouldn't be where I am now. That doesn't mean I would be happy. Everything had worked out. I'm not happy about the way things were, but all the pain helped me understand. If all my dreams came true in high school, I'd never be as happy as I am.
I'll bring this up in a second.
Everything would be different. Everything wouldn't be as good as it is. I'd probably still be married, sadly with someone else. All my dreams.
Okay, so that last clip, why I wanted to show that one was not only so all of our shows are live streamed here, so we record everything that takes place within our studio. There's a lot of times where 90.5 or KPFA or some other radio stations will actually take clips of my audio and showcase local bands on the radio. So I've showcased 6 different bands that didn't have any radio exposure exposed on the radio.
Nice.
Sweet.
So
like
you guys don't know, 90.5 The Edge is actually pretty popular out in the Bay Area. That's the biggest, one of the biggest rock sites that we have, other than Live 105, which just came back.
Yay! That was one of my favorites.
They're also doing local music in an hour, and I hope to create a relationship with them in the future.
You will. Yes, you will. With all the amazing work you're doing. Hell yes. Well,
I like that last song. I was kind of jamming a little bit quiet. With my,
there we
with my
go.
djembe. I got my little djembe. I got a big boy over there though.
Yeah, we had somebody bring a big one of those up to one of our open mics, and he showcased some I forget what those drums are called, but that was the most interesting drum I had to ever mic to get on the live stream. If you think about it, how would you mic one of those? Would you think just right at the top and run at the bottom? Like it's
you use the conga mics. You use the conga mics, and you can just hook it right up to the string.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the most interesting instrument. Other than that, I've had
right?
Tones and horns and.
I play the djembe, the congas. I got bongos over here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love percussions.
It's the foundation of every song.
Right. You know, growing up in Venice Beach, they always have drum circle every Sunday, and there's like so many people. You can see on YouTube how many people show up. So it's beautiful.
we have Conchaloma also.
Right. Yeah. We need to start jamming out there on Sunday.
I know, right? That'd be fun. Music jam night with everybody in the music of the park.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm down.
That'd be a fun time.
I'll bring my blanket.
I'll bring all my drums.
Yeah, for We Get It, I do something like that too. But that one's more of an exclusive because for We Get It, they want to offer people that have autism like their own space. So I'll bring like all my instruments to the park and just for all the neurodivergent kids to play with, like guitars and cajones. Now I know how to say it, cajon.
Yeah.
Cajun. Yeah, Cajun, right? That's a seasoning, right?
That's awesome, man.
Carlos would know.
Right?
You use Cajun in your seasoning, your taco seasoning?
No. Mine's a mixture of a lot of things, but Cajun's not in there.
Ooh.
He's talking about seasoning. Yeah. And put that back. Saving that for tomorrow.
Thank you, Kevin, for
thank you for having me.
Yes, definitely learned a lot, and we'll share this. I'll definitely share it on my little Insta, and we'll share it on the Carlos Tacos. We'll share the link to Be Exceptional
on the
and the link to your Facebook page.
Yeah, I'll also create a bunch of shorts of today, like I did with the other one, the other podcast.
Sweet.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, man. We had a good time tonight.
It went so fast, and like didn't seem like a podcast. It was just a conversation between friends.
Right. I know, right? That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Let's keep having these conversations in the community.
Yeah, anytime you want me, I'll be available. So this is fun.
Thank you.
Sounds good. So everybody out there, make sure you come back next week, right? So every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you like, and if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and just show some love. Write in the comments if you have any questions or any ideas for an up and coming show. You know, hey. Oh wait, how do you do it? Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Oh, I frozen.
You are frozen, Kevin.
I didn't notice.
Right. Oh, he is. Look.
Yeah.
Oh, he's asleep too. Your eyes are closed. Aw.
It was therapeutic for sure. I needed that.
It's all good. Thanks again, everybody. Peace out. We'll see you
Till
next time. God bless.